Welcome back to Bootstrap Training, where this week we're going to look at why telling stories is so important when you're selling in any shape, way, or form, but especially when you're bootstrapping. Ever since time immemorial, humans have sat around campfires and listened to stories. It's originally how we retain stories and the histories, and it's how we're wired, how our brains are wired to retain information. Stories have real power when it comes to retaining information and working with human memory. If you think of memory champions, most memory champions memorize a story in order to work out the 200 cards or so that they're going to memorize in a row, and they tell the story in their head, and that's how they remember what the next card is of the next, what number it is, what suit, etc. So telling stories is really, really important. Pi, the number pi, 3.16 whatever, has been memorized up to 50,000 places by 50,000 decimal points by less than 10 people globally, as of December of last year. So less than 10 people globally have managed to memorize 50,000 numbers in a sequence in a row. However, in order to play Hamlet, the main title in the Shakespeare play of the same name, you need to memorize a script that has way more than 50,000 letters in a row. Lots of people have played Hamlet. Hundreds of thousands, if not a million over the years, have played Hamlet and other Shakespearean characters, and they're able to remember those lines because they're telling a story. Human beings are designed to remember stories. IBM did an experiment where they took 20 key facts and they built a story around it, and they gave it to two groups of people, one who heard the story and one who just got the 20 key facts. The ones who heard the story retained 90% of the information. The ones who just got the facts retained less than 12% of the information. So stories are super, super important when you're selling, because that's how prospects are going to remember who you are and what you do and why they should work with you. Stories also build trust. And trust is absolutely important. Trust is the most important things in sales. If you don't trust someone, you won't buy from them. And if someone doesn't trust you, your product, your idea, your concepts, your conversation, your service, then they won't buy from you. In order to build trust, you need to have a conversation. So next, we're going to look at how to structure a sales conversation.